All right. Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of George Bear Reviews back at you this Sunday with another edition of Stout Sunday. It is March 8th, and we are joined today by Jeremy Vinson from Arkansas. We got Michael Kormeroff up in Brooklyn, and we've got the one, the only Ronald J. Terrio from the state of Louisiana.
Howdy.
How y'all doing this morning?
I'm fine.
Doing great.
All right. Well, let's get right into it, starting with Jeremy. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Left Hand Brewing, the Milk Stout Nitro. I have not ever had this on your show, so I've drank it before, but I've never reviewed it here.
Now, I've had the bottled version of that. Now, does the can have the widget in it just like the Guinness does? Is there a widget in there?
I don't know.
It is, but it's not a ball. It's like a little device attached to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy, what's the ABV?
6%, Michael. 25 IBUs.
Okay.
So,
are you going to give it a good center pour when you pour it?
Is that how I should pour this one?
Yeah.
Down the center.
Okay.
Straight down the middle.
Aggressive
The bottle version doesn't pour with hardly any head unless you pour it straight down the middle. Now the Guinness, because of the widget, you want to pour it a little differently, a 45-degree angle, and then top it off straight down the middle. Which, Michael, there you go. That's what I'm drinking for your record there.
Yeah,
the Guinness Craft Nitro can version.
When you think about it, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I guess not. It's not really that important.
We got keep sipping. We got big TV. We got everybody watching the dang video.
That's right.
What's the ABV on the Guinness?
4.2, Michael.
Okay. See, that's the one thing about Guinness. Other than the export stout, most of their stouts are really low relative. You know, they're sessionable for the most part.
Because of the Irish people and how they behave at a bar room, they
drink 16 because they drink 16 pints of it in
right,
one sitting.
They're not going to just have one pint. That's why.
Right.
The Irish tend to be somewhat volatile, and yes, I am stereotyping on purpose. Okay.
Jay, what do you have?
Which I always do. Well, Michael.
Okay.
I have clown shoes. And it's got the date, guys, on the bottom of the can. And it's called Undead Party Crasher.
Yep. How much is the alcohol?
9%.
Ooh, big one.
I did Alex pour.
And it's lower than it was because in the past it was 10%.
Okay.
But they know I have Irish in my background, so they probably said, well, I do have Scotch Irish in my background.
Jeremy, hold yours up real quick. See how that, if it's got that nitro.
No.
Okay.
Look how dark it is. Oh, yours is not as dark. Look at
mine will be dark, but see, it's still got the head cascading up from the nitro pour.
Yeah, it does.
The widget.
Both yours and Jeremy's. Look at how creamy the head is.
Yeah. And look how non-creamy mine is. Hey, Michael, look.
Non-existent head over there.
I know. I was noticing that when I was sitting in the backyard doing the solo review. Hey, Michael, you know, I have no IBU listing because they didn't have it on the website.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, same here. I didn't see Guinness. Well, Guinness's isn't listed here.
I can taste that it's low.
You got to take a couple points off your score.
Okay, so I have Ponysaurus from Durham, North Carolina. It's 5.5% alcohol, and it didn't have an IBU either. They're claiming on the can that it's good to 2025. I'm skeptical, but look, I'm skeptical, and yet I'm having it as fresh as possible compared to the other beers I got in my mail.
Yeah, real quick, tell the viewers the story of how you got that beer.
I have a cousin who lives in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and you know, we're not super close, but we do keep in touch. And he always says, I'm going to put together some beers to send you, and never expecting him to send this huge box, which it cost him $55 to send me on 2-day priority mail.
Golly.
of all these cans, and there were 40 cans, probably about 35 different. There were some duplicates, but mostly singles, and all the as a matter of fact, Jeremy, I have another page. This is my page of the beers that I got with all the ABVs and the dates. I'm following Greg's example by putting the date, the born on dating. The most fearful beers I have don't have any dates. You know what that might mean, but we're gonna try those too and see what happens. But there could be some real bad stuff. But again, John, we did that 2014 one from mine, and it was maybe a little bit worse because of carbonation issues, but it still was an A-, which is not bad.
That was a high ABV stout, so you know a little bit more of a chance that it's not going to be terrible when you have something like that.
And after talking to people who had those older beers, that wasn't Terrapin, that was Sweetwater, right?
Yeah, the Sweetwater Happy Ending 9% stout, I think.
People told me that fresh that beer was better than an A-. That beer would have been in, not world class maybe, but in the more 94, 95 range when it was fresh. But again, I never tried it, so I don't know. But that's what they said about it.
It was good. I had one fresh, and I thought it was a pretty solid A, but it's been years.
This is what mine looks like in the glass. It's, as you can see, very dark brown with, I guess like Ron's head, just a very minimal beige or tan head.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see real quick to the chat. We've got Trish in the chat. Cheers to you, Trish. Blake TV is in the chat. Alex, the beer master, is watching as well. Cheers to you, Alex. We got JBD, Joe Biden Stenchers, talking about the left-hand milk stout is delicious. He loves it. So speaking of left-hand milk stout, we'll get back to Jeremy, and he can go ahead and break it down and give us a description. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I think I was breaking up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
All right. Am I messing up?
No, you're
not. No, you sound good.
Okay.
The hair's looking tight, looking right.
It was glitching a while ago. On my side. Okay, as far as appearance, you just real dark. Big time dark. Got like I said, a small khaki head on that. Let's go to the nose. We got YouTube administrator in here. Thank you, YouTube administrator.
That's always important. That's always important.
I hope he approves of this beer too. So, or she, I don't know.
They might.
All right. You definitely getting a lot of the grounded coffee notes, dark roasted malts. It's real. You can smell the caramel, dark fruits, chocolate. Slight bit of vanilla actually on this too, but definitely mainly coffee and dark chocolate is what I'm getting out of this the most. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, Jeremy.
Going in for a taste. Very medium bodied, for sure. Smooth though, very creamy, smooth on the taste. Wow, this is good. I forgot how good it was. One of the better milk stouts I've ever drank. A little bit of bitterness on the end. Not bad. Not too sweet. Pretty much perfect sessionable milk stout, in my opinion. But I'll give you my score in a minute.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to try the canned version, see if the nitro kind of holds up a little bit better. It seems like it does just in general with the cans. Even if you don't have the widget, they have, Michael, we were talking about it one time, like the glue whatever on the bottom of the can.
Right.
There was a name for it. I can't remember at this moment, but kind of was a strange name. It's like glue strapped on the bottom of the can or something.
It's
spray glue.
Each company has a different variety. Guinness has that, one widget that one type Jay was describing, and then other companies do it differently.
It's like he said, it's at the bottom of the can, but I can't show it to you. It doesn't move around like the body. The body.
It doesn't move around. Okay.
The body, like the Boddington.
The Boddingtons and the Guinness, they're like this.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Oh.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
All right. We'll go back to Jay with his beer,
Ooh,
his
very good.
clown shoes. Go ahead. What you think?
Well, here's what I wrote on my written review from about 20 minutes ago or less. Lotion. Okay. Oh, your left hand, because you're putting lotion on your hands. Okay, I feel you. Here's what I wrote. March 8th, 2020. Undead Party Crasher, 9% for 2019. Has a medium beige head, a dark brown appearance, and a bit of lacing. But as you can see, not much. The aroma is a brown bread crust, dark cherry, cream, and coffee. The flavor is similar with low bitterness. Mouthfeel is velvety and high medium, and Undead Party Crasher finish is somewhat sweet. Signed off RJT. That's my assessment of it. See?
Mm.
Does it sound like I did a good job writing?
You always do a good job writing.
Yeah.
My little review.
Jay, does it cover?
Now it's time for the live.
Cover the alcohol.
Huh?
Is the alcohol hidden?
Do not judge me because of the alcohol. It's hidden. In fact, it's non-existent.
Okay, because
It would be like you were just drinking bread crust flavored beer, and you drank a bottle, and a can, 16 ounces, and you said, "Heck, this doesn't affect me at all. I'll drink another can," which I did once to my detriment with with Coney Island Human Blockhead Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, which was like 11% in a huge bottle. And I drank half of it for my review, and I thought, oh yeah, this came out nice. I wrote a nice little write-up, and I said, man, this stuff is just like nothing, So I drank the rest of it. And then I said, I got to get up and lay down. So I got up out of the chair. It was a different chair because I got up and I said, let me lay down on the carpet for a few minutes so I can get my bearings. So I laid down on the carpet on my and I just laid there. It was like at 9:15 in the morning. I laid there for a few minutes and I said, oh man, I feel better now. And I got up and it was 11:15.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then I got back and the internet was still on, and I got back up and I was like, man, who put all this on my Facebook account, And I was like, oh, it was me. So I was like, that was kind of crazy things to write, So I was thinking, next time it was I hacked myself. So next time I think I'm gonna not drink the whole big bomber bottle of that 11 point something.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm not elaborating or like adding to the story. That's exactly what happened.
It literally floored you.
I mean, I didn't have to lay down on the carpet, but I felt better. I just felt better after laying there for, I thought 15 minutes, but it was 2 hours, And
I understand. I've been there before.
And there was a story with the double bastard.
Oh.
I drank that whole, but I had to delete the video because it didn't work out so well.
Double bastard is Stone?
Is it 12%, I think, or something like that?
I think 11. Stone, it came in the big bottle, and that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I drank those before.
That video was a little. Well, I did drink a whole bottle of the old double Old Thumper live on the air with he doesn't do video reviews anymore, but you might remember New England Beer Reviews, NEBR, Jeff Lyons.
He still has reviews on YouTube. You can watch older reviews.
Oh yeah, he had his old channel, Pub of Lions. So we did an online live hangout with that 6 years ago. I don't know why I still have that thing posted.
Is that a barley wine?
They don't make it anymore, the double Old Thumper.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it turned out kind of sloppy, but it's just like the whole lesson of that is not to have comedy and to show off and like talk. It's really that you need to not drink that much of that stuff because it's very powerful, and it's best just to drink half the bottle and save the rest for maybe 3 or 4 hours later. Really,
As long as you cap the bottle, the carbonation is
yeah,
fine.
you cap the bottle, yeah. And if you have a can, you could just take a paper towel and stuff it in there real tight, and it'll help. It'll hold it.
The carbonation is still okay. The beer is fine. You don't want to save beers overnight, though.
Oh no! But
And-
just to drink all that in one setting, it's not productive, really. It's a mess. I don't like it. That's it.
All right. We'll come back to you here shortly. We still got to go to Michael Kormaroff with his Ponysaurus.
Okay, they're listing.
What a name.
They're listing the Ponysaurus as an export stout. Officially, it is a dry stout. That's the category that they're putting it in.
Dry stout.
So this is, as I showed you before, it looks to the head is receded even a little bit more. It's a thin khaki tan head, and the beer is very dark brown. You can see light through it, so it's not black, but it looks like a nice beer. Let me give it a nose. Okay. Espresso notes more than coffee, with kind of like a chocolate in the background. It's not, the chocolate's not as direct. It's more of a coffee nose. Let me give it a taste.
Cheers, Michael.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Wow, this is very good. The taste follows the nose. Coffee, espresso coffee is the lead taste I'm getting. Also, there's kind of like a burnt toffee kind of thing too.
Huh. That is wild.
This is maybe more background, like the chocolate was on the nose. It's not right in your face, but there's kind of a burnt toffee. Toffee, more than caramel for, the taste that I'm getting. Very drinkable. The carbonation is light. And the beer itself, I would say, is medium bodied. It's 5.5, so it's just above being a session. Goes down very easy and is very enjoyable. Let's see if I can read anything else. It's really actually it's funny. The carbonation is almost giving the beer some extra support because it's the carbonation is moderate, but it seems to hold the beer together pretty well. I'm really enjoying it. I'll have a number for you shortly.
All right. Joe Biden Stencher's, too many 9% beers. He'll be urinating off the back deck again. Let's hope not, JBD.
Oh man.
And you two administrator, wear your vest, safety first.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, you guys. Yeah, thanks. Somebody made a comment. I think it was Jeremy. Since the time change, we don't have as many viewers as we usually do. A lot of people are probably still adjusting to the spring ahead. It's always easy going back an hour, you gain an hour. But when you spring forward,
Oh yeah.
a couple days, it's nice because you get to enjoy the longer days and all that. But those first 48 hours or so can be kind of rough, especially if you don't get a lot of sleep.
I hate daylight savings time, to tell you the truth.
Well, it was incorporated back in wartime, right? And it was supposed to be temporary, and then they never got rid of it.
It's trash.
I think Robert told us last week he was out on a mission. He was going to be leaving to do, some of his geological work that he does for his job, and that's why he's probably not on. But he's been on for several Stout Sundays in a row.
Oh yeah. I think he's working this weekend because he's on a rig somewhere.
And I had to skip due to baseball games because I had season tickets. I'm not going to throw the tickets away. I know that much.
Right. All right. Well, that leaves me, I guess, with my Guinness. So I have not had this in a while. It's been a good while since I had the canned version, the nitro can. and I'm very, very pleased with this. Black appearance, creamy, khaki head. Oh, the aroma. Roasted malt. Dark toasted bread notes. Maybe a touch of chocolate, but it's not like some of the stouts that I've been drinking lately, where the chocolate really sticks out. The chocolate's kind of in the background, but it is there. It smells really good. The taste, roasty, toasty, bready, super light bodied, 4.2% alcohol. This is as sessionable as it gets with a stout. And I think that's the idea. That's what we were saying earlier. This has been produced in Ireland since 1959, I think, is when it was introduced.
Yeah, I think it was test marketed in 58. But over there in Ireland, it's like 3.8% alcohol. 3.8.
Right. So even more sessionable over there, where you drink 16 pints of it over there. Or almost pints, because this is a 14.9% ounce can, just FYI. Not a true pint.
No.
But, it finishes very smooth, pretty dry on the finish, low bitterness, but there is some bitterness there. I think mostly from the roasted malt, because it's such a dark roast. You're getting some bitterness from that. The body is light and kind of watery, but it does have some good flavors. It does have those good characteristic stout flavors. The roasted malt, a touch of chocolate, a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It drinks really smooth. That nitro widget in there just makes it creamy, dreamy, decadent, delicious. Well, not necessarily decadent because it's very light, but it is very creamy. Carbonation is kind of light to almost medium. And look how the head, I've had it open for what? We've been live for 20 minutes. This has been in the glass for a good 15, 20 minutes now. The head is sticking around. It's a pretty beer. I would definitely recommend the nitro can to the bottle. I've had both, and the bottle just does not live up to the Guinness experience that you get with the nitro widget can. Very good beer. Very good beer. I'll give a rating here in a little bit. But it's probably the best stout to drink if you're just getting into stouts, like a perfect beginner stout, because it's light enough. It's not offensive anyway. It's not, like these bourbon barrel aged 11, 12 percenters. If that's the first stout that you drink, you might be turned off by a stout, but this is not going to be offensive. It's very light and easy going. So this would be a good introductory stout. Let's see. JBD, Ron could probably answer that. Did Benjamin Franklin come up with daylight savings time?
I think he proposed it. So yeah, I guess.
And then Roosevelt was supposed to get rid of it, but he never did.
Yeah, he has something.
He was talking about it.
He had a lot to do with it, actually.
We got Drunken One in the chat. Good morning to you, Drunken One. I'm surprised you're up. I think he was on pretty late last night. I laid down pretty early when I got home because I was tired, but I was watching Jeremy over there on Blake's stream, and then who was it? Beer Man. Drunken One was over on Beer Man's stream. They had a beer stream over there. And JBD is talking about he prefers the nitro version as well. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I think they
in Baltimore.
Guinness contract brews some of their beers, yeah, like the blonde and.
Well, it's not a contract. It's not a contract because they own the brewery. It's their own.
Okay.
Baltimore is their brewery.
Well, the Guinness blonde used to be contract brewed by City Brewing.
Used to be.
Right. That's what I'm thinking of. And man, that's a good beer. Oh, Beer Guy's got a good one. Boulevard Dark Truth. Yeah, Boulevard makes some great beers. That's a really good one. And Drunken One is all about this Happy International Women's Day. He posted that in every single one of the chats.
I like women too,
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. Let's go back around, starting with Jeremy with his left hand nitro stout.
As it warms up, it stays the same. It's still really good. A lot of these taste better. It stays about the same on this. Real creamy, smooth. What's not to love about it? This is getting a 96 for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good. I like it a lot. It's kind of
like that one better than the raspberry?
Probably right there, same. Maybe the raspberry. I may have gave raspberry 97. I can't remember. It's really good, but I mean, it's smooth.
Left Hand has pretty good distribution nationally too. That's available.
Yeah,
you're right.
All over.
Yep. I still need to try their the purple can, just the regular milk stout. Milk stout. I think.
But don't forget
the cow on the label.
Don't forget about Wake Up Dead.
I haven't seen that one actually. I would definitely try that, but I haven't seen the Wake Up Dead yet. So
I got keep an eye out for that. I got a variety pack of theirs. I've got a porter and the peanut butter. I think it's peanut butter milk stout.
I had one in my fridge.
Adventures is not a feminist.
Who?
Unless he's kidding.
Who?
Adventures. Women of the world unite in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I mean,
most people are kidding, but you never know. I don't think you'd say that to my wife if you were smart.
I just wouldn't say.
Or my daughter either.
I just wouldn't say anything.
They're both extreme feminists, and
people know my ideology tends to be somewhat controversial, as we all know. So,
but that's what makes you who you are, Jay.
I know. I think people are not very open-minded, though. Unfortunately, I try to be open-minded. I do try to be open-minded.
We're all open-minded here, but not we. There's a lot of people out there that are
open-minded at the same time. You can have your opinions and still be open-minded. If somebody changes their opinion,
you can be. You're right, and you can also be ideological and like fanatically closed-minded and be hostile and vindictive and all of that. But I'm not. I don't like that kind of attitude.
Right. Ron won't be asking anybody to meet him under a bridge anytime soon to fight it out. I don't think.
Well,
all right. Let's go back. Let's go back to Ron really quick while we're at it with his clown shoes. Party Crasher.
He's still mulling over his decision on what he's going to rate.
I was looking at some baseball scores. I was trying to finish looking at the Southwestern Athletic Conference for us. Made a comment. I like JBD. You ought to go to Michael's house and say that. Women of the world unite in the kitchen.
Yeah, go to Michael's house.
It's a good cute comment, but if it's for real, it's dangerous.
We'll talk. JBD, we'll talk off air if you. All right. No, but seriously, folks. No, I want to say this. As a comic, in all seriousness, I love this beer. And Michael was talking about dry stouts. And I think this is somewhat dry because I noticed some powderiness in the mouthfeel and in the finish. So I think I have to give it a 97 out of 100.
Wow. Goodness.
Yeah.
High scores today.
That's right. And I got it at Mathern's on sale for $2.99. I'd hate to see the regular price, but I got it for $2.99 a can. I'm still not exactly giving it away. But yeah, 97 out of 100.
That's good. Wow.
Well, if I ever see clown shoes out, I'll definitely pick it up.
Oh yeah, you gotta buy it, man.
Now, do you wear clown shoes when you drink that?
No, I was wearing some N. What is that? The N, the shoe, the tennis shoe with the N. The
New Balance.
Balance.
New Balance.
New
yeah.
Balance.
Well,
It's better than the old. It's better than the old Balance. You know.
was you wearing those New Balances whenever you had to lay on the floor there? Because you know, balance.
It was like in a warmer month, so I was probably barefoot and wearing short pants.
I'm just kidding with you.
It's not a good story to tell because people think that you're saying, yeah, man, get into that lifestyle. Party on, Garth. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's like a story that you should learn from. Like, don't do it. It's not
Right.
It's not smart. You know, I don't even support that, you know.
Right.
See, that's why I have my computer right here, because instead of laying on the carpet, I just kind of flop over onto the bed right there.
See,
It's a little more comfortable than the hard floor.
he's got his stuff figured out over there.
But Jay, at the time it happened, it didn't matter. The floor was just as comfortable.
Or hey, that 11%
It's carpeted.
blockhead made that floor feel extra soft.
It's carpeted and the carpet is clean. I keep my house clean, in case you're wondering. But I just thought, when I woke up, I said, oh no. It really is a human blockhead, you know. It just, you feel like you are a blockhead after you drink it, you know. It's and then my friend, this guy I used to work with, he thought it was so funny. Ha ha ha. He'd always say, tell that story. Sadly though, this is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
He had a bad taste for alcohol, and when I mean bad taste, meaning like he wanted to drink it constantly. And so he got to where he lost his job.
Oh.
Lost his self-control, was drinking a bottle of Crown Royal every day, and died in 2016, in August of 2016 at 49 years old.
Wow.
Now, see what I mean?
Yeah.
People say, yeah, it's funny, man. Party on. Well, no, it ain't cool. It's a bad thing. It's like fire. You know, beer, wine, and liquor is like fire. It's useful. They have uses for it. It's not a bad thing. It's a neutral object. But fire is dangerous, right? So it's like fire. It's useful, but dangerous. Now, am I saying everybody that drinks alcohol is going to become an alcoholic, lose their job, and die at 49? No, hardly. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But what I'm saying is you do need to have discretion and care and use some kind of intelligence and some good sense.
Right. You're right.
And as you get older, Jay, your body will tell you when you go too far one way.
Well, I must be older because my body's been telling me that for a long time.
Because, but you have to always try to deal in moderation if you can, because it makes it easier.
Yeah, and those situations that I talked about were all accidents. They were never planned. I never said, oh, hey, man, I'm going to get ripped up today, baby. You know, I just said,
uh-oh.
no, what happened with those is I was doing the beer reviews and I was serious. Like you read the comments for Coney Island Human Blockhead, and they're very well written. But it's just that you think it's not affecting me. Like you just think it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And then those things will come in like a rush, like in a second. You could be like, I'm talking right now, like fine, like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's very interesting. Alcohol interaction with the malts and the hops, and then you stand up and you're like, "Well, I better lay down." It's like it's not.
Right.
And people ask me that often. They'll ask me at least once a month, "Do you drink to get drunk, or you just drink for the enjoyment and the taste?" Well, you know what I do. It's for the enjoyment and the taste, but it can be. It's just dangerous. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It is what it is. It's like a fire. How many forests have been burnt by people being careless with fire? Lots. Doesn't make fire bad.
Right.
We need it. Okay. Enough ranting and raving, but you get the drift.
Ranting and raving with Ronald T.
Yeah, more to come.
You're welcome, America. All right. Let's go back to Michael Cormorant. I think he's still got to give his rating.
Okay. The
Source.
finish, I didn't mention before, the finish on this, it is a dry stout, so the finish is dry. But I think that was expected. I am going to give it the lowest score of anybody so far, but they're really high scores, 97 and 96. Mine is a 95.
Still a high score.
It's an A. It's an A. I wouldn't say it's world class, but it's extremely good. And if I had access to buy this, I would buy it. I mean, it's I don't know how much my cousin paid for any of these beers, but my nephew who lives in Raleigh, Durham, probably could get me this beer too. And I have his cousins in Winston-Salem, but I would have this again, and it's very good.
Good.
All right. Well, that leaves me, the Guinness draft here, Nitro Can. I'm right there with you, Michael. I'm giving mine a 95 as well. It's slightly better than the bottle version. I'm not sure. I know I rated the bottle version on my channel. I probably gave it a higher score, but the more stouts I drink, the more, critical, I guess, I become of them. But this is a solid A. It's a 95. It's a classic. It's, we wouldn't be here right now doing this probably if it wasn't for Guinness. I mean, Guinness is where it all started with these stouts. So
yeah, except that Murphy started before them, but
well, they're not as well. Guinness is the one that made it big.
The one that made that's the one that made it famous. Right.
Right.
John, we're actually impressed that Arthur Guinness, the founder, came up with this 1,000-year lease, which sounds brilliant, but obviously he knew it was going to catch on, or else you don't sign a 1,000-year lease.
Right. Imagine trying to get out of that one. Oh,
that would be a rough one to get out of.
My grandfather, in 1957, my grandfather made a 99-year lease on his hardware store.
That's a long lease too.
Wow.
They still got the lease.
Oh. That is a long list.
All right. Well, we got any final comments?
Is there any
final thoughts, comments?
John, anybody on the chat? Or is it just pretty calmed down?
Everybody's sleeping.
We've been keeping up with the chat pretty good. We've got a new viewer that I have, Anonymous Coward. Cheers, good morning.
He comments on my channel sometimes because I think he got that idea from watching one of my live stream where I talked about anonymous cowards. That's pretty clever.
Maybe.
I can see the relation. I can see that now.
I think he got that idea from
one other comment here. I'll read one other comment here that's from earlier. Joe Biden's sister says, beer unites us all. Well, it should, but unfortunately, there's some beer snobs out there that frown upon people that drink regular old macro beer. And they disassociate themselves with people like me or Ron that drink, or Jeremy. Michael doesn't drink macro beer usually, but anyway. That's right. That's the idea. Beer should bring us all together, not divide us. Yeah, Joe Biden says he enjoyed the show. Joe Biden's dentures enjoyed the show. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching.
Joe Biden's dentures is
I didn't screw up everybody's schedule too much.
I have a question for Michael.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your cousin in North Carolina, is that your first cousin?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a nephew also, who's my wife's nephew, who I consider my nephew too, but who's in Raleigh, Durham. He's in Raleigh. But the cousin's in Winston-Salem. And I guess geography is a reason we don't see each other more. Not that, North Carolina is that far, but it's still, a 9-hour drive, 10-hour drive. It's still pretty far away. Relatively, anyway.
There's a lot of family members I have that I never talk to. And it's not on me because they're so aloof. It's like, don't blame me in 2047 when you are like 96 and saying, well, you never called me. I'll be like, you are on social media. You did not reach out to anybody. You isolated yourself. What are you talking about? Anyway, you know what I mean?
Families can be strange.
Yeah, it's like I'm not aloof. I'm there. I'm on Facebook. You see me. Okay, I understand. You say all you do is post a truck photo every day. Okay, but I'm there. You're not blocked. You could talk to me, right? And I'm wrong. I'm not wrong.
Although you're not very chatty from what I understand. So.
Oh, man. You see, You always got these.
They call Jay the quiet one.
Right.
Let me tell you what the problem with that is. Okay, look, I like to talk to people. I'm talking to y'all, right?
I know what you meant by that. I was just giving you a hard time.
Now you mad because LSU beat Auburn this year in football?
Oh,
It's like that, huh? Okay.
Although Auburn did win the national championship, 2010, I do believe. But anyway, look, these people come to me on Facebook and they say, "You want to be friends?" And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know who they are. I got 800 and something friends. I don't know who these people are, except for like Michael, you, Jeremy, and other people that I know actually. But I'll do it, okay." And then here comes the chat monster, like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" It's like, "I'm fine," and they just want to go on and on. If you were stranded in an island, what would be the top 7 imperial stouts you would want to drink? And I'm like, so it just, and I'm like, or they'll tell me, you're laughing, but it's the truth. And they'll tell me,
I believe that.
Yeah, and then they'll say stuff like, I think I have problems. Like I sometimes view myself as outside of my body, like I'm in space looking down on my own body. And I'm like,
how do you reply to that? Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I don't think I'm the person you should be talking to about that. You might want to go see a psychiatrist. I can't.
Dr. Fiddle, first.
Yeah, I can't really help people with dissociative disorder.
Wow.
I can tell you about some beers, like in an amateur way, because I'm not an expert. But to sit there and tell you what to do when you look at yourself as though you're looking at your own body from an outside viewpoint, I don't really know. Yeah, and like this strange, and then they'll become really hostile real quick. It's like, "Hey, dude, you're an a-hole because you don't." It's like, I don't even know you, okay? So it's like, Michael knows. It's like people that become too close too quick. They're like strange, It's like you tell them, "Hey," in the mall, and next thing you know, they show up at your house with a cake, and you're like, "Okay, shouldn't have said hey to him."
we got a stage 5 clinger here.
Right. It just gets a little, and this has been the case for years. It's just a little strange. And you can't trust some people because they're very volatile, and I'm not, so it's hard when you're kind of quiet. And then, and then you deal with people that are extremely volatile. It's just difficult.
Yeah.
Social media is great, isn't it?
About 2 weeks ago, he said, "Well, Ronald, don't you know social media is where all the schizophrenics come out to play?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm starting to believe that."
Whoa.
It's easy to hide behind a keyboard,
Yeah.
Right.
True.
People in real life that may be very introverted or whatever, they use social media to go at people when they would never really do something like that in their real lives.
Oh, they're bold and out there on the keyboard,
We
YouTube too.
We haven't had any professional football unless you consider this XFL, which I consider not. But it's funny. It's been a month since the Super Bowl, and the NFL draft is going to be coming up. And Jeremy, unfortunately, your team is going to be picking last in the first round, but at least you have a Super Bowl crown, so that'll make you feel better. Ron, your team will pick late because you were in the playoffs. John and my teams are the lower crust of the NFL.
I think the Dolphins have the most first-round picks of anybody. We've got like 4 or 5.
They have the 5th pick. The Giants have the 4th pick.
Right.
I was not even 2 years old when the Kansas City Chiefs won the first Super Bowl. Even 2 years old, and a friend of mine, he said, "I was at the game. My father bought me a ticket. It was $4."
I wasn't born. I wasn't even a twinkle in my daddy's eye when the Dolphins won their last Super Bowl.
But that was the undefeated season, right?
No.
Oh, they won one other. They did win another Super Bowl.
They won one in the 80s. The undefeated season was 1972, I believe. Yeah.
And nobody has duplicated that.
No.
Patriots almost did it, but they lost to the Giants. Well, thank you.
The Dolphins won the Super Bowl in 1972. They defeated the Redskins in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that was a 14-7 game. That was a pretty interesting game. And then the next year they beat the Minnesota Vikings in Houston at Rice Stadium. I've been to a game in Rice Stadium, by the way. They beat them in January 74. And they pretty much blew them out. It wasn't very close. And that was Miami's last Super Bowl.
And that was Don Shula as the coach.
Don Shula was the coach. He used to be the coach of the Baltimore Colts.
Right before.
Yeah, the Colts.
He got fired, and then the quarterback was Bob Greasy and all the great players. But they didn't get back to the Super Bowl until '82 season, which they lost, and then '84, which they lost. And then Dan Marino said, I really wasn't worried about it. We lost to the 49ers. It was a close game, relatively close game. I figured, well, next year, a year after, we'll get back. But they never made it back, and they've never been back since. And he said, you just never can count. You can never count on that. You can never say, oh, well, we'll just get there again, because you don't know. Like Kansas City, 50 years between championships. You just do not know.
Yeah.
I guess
right. Unless you're the New England Patriots, you can't expect to go to the Super Bowl, at least
right.
once a decade.
And like the New Orleans Saints, it could be never. Maybe they'll never get back. I mean,
yeah. I remember Michael Calvin.
Where's Tom Brady going? Is he
what?
Going? Staying? Tom Brady, is he staying or going?
He's probably stay for one more year, but
staying. He's going to retire. I don't see him going to another team. His legacy is in New England. It's just the media friends. The media's having fun with this, but I don't think there's any chance that he leaves the Patriots. He's 43 years old, 42 years old.
Yeah. If he was smart, he'd just get out, Hey,
yeah.
Can I mention a few things?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go for it. We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. We'll do a quick show and tell, which I think is what Rod's about to do, maybe, and then we'll close it up.
Well, I have to go grab the bottles, but that's not necessary. I do have a rum taste challenge coming up later today.
Okay.
I'm trying to just piggyback things because there's a lot of days where I can't do it. So I've been trying to double up. You probably noticed that. And I have Appleton Estate Signature Blend, which has been fantastic. What a fantastic product. It's normally about $19.96 a bottle, but I got it at Mathern's for $9.99, if you can believe it.
Wow.
We get crazy prices here. We've talked about that. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. Not really for beer, but for liquor. All right, so Appleton Estate versus Aristocrat. Now, that won't be a real taste challenge. That'll just be an exercise in doing it because they exist. There's no way on earth that Aristocrat can challenge Appleton Estate. That'll be a beatdown. It's like boxing. You're a boxing champion. They're going to put some scrubs against you, and they'll say you won, but you didn't play anybody. You didn't fight anybody. This Wednesday is Wild Card Wednesday.
Okay.
And I know Jean and Eric are going to ask me, so what can we bring? And I'm going to tell them, well, it's Wild Card Wednesday. And then they'll say, oh, right. So you could bring anything, right? That's the wild card aspect of it. So I'm not, but they always ask me that. That's why I make fun of it, Thursday is Thunder and Thursday. And you can actually bring anything you want for that. You could bring milk and say, I want to review milk or tap water.
Wow.
Or pineapple juice. I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't care. Eric likes to join that. Of course, Madonna likes to join.
I haven't seen him since the bridge incident.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of got sort of he did apologize on air for that.
He did.
Yeah. I unfriended him on Facebook and hope he's not still in mourning, but that's
See how sensitive people are?
I'm very decisive when I make my decisions.
And y'all were so close. That's the thing.
My father was an accountant. He's gone, but he was an accountant. My daughter's fiance wants to be an accountant. So if you hate accountants, I can't be your friend.
You should be out in front of Ronnie for that. If you want to be Ronnie S, if you want to be techno.
Whatever.
Go and watch that replay. He was like sticking the needles in. That was a great. But anyway, Thunder and Thursday. Jeremy's like, yeah, you remember that, huh?
Oh yeah, I was there.
And then next Sunday,
Yeah, it was
different, huh? It was different. And then next Sunday is a provisional thing. If there is a Stout Sunday, it won't be till the late afternoon at the earliest.
right for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, while we're live here, I'll go ahead and say it here. I will not be doing Stout Sunday for the next 2 Sundays because I will be unavailable. I'll be out of town.
Another potential choice would be if Eric or somebody else wanted to host it in the morning.
I think Alex, the beer master, has already said that he would be willing to do it. And I said, well, no, I mean, that's fine. I don't.
He'd be willing to have a stout. That's the interesting part. He can host it. He'd have to get a stout.
Right. You can't show up
Can't say I'm going to be the host, but I'm just going
have
to
Delaware Punch. You can't have Delaware Punch. You got to have, like a
You have to have action in order to play.
Right.
You got to dress out. Yeah. If they do it in the morning, I probably won't be there, unfortunately.
See, I have more trouble in the afternoon because once Audrey's awake, then
Right, that's the end of the story. But
now it's not impossible. It's just
Hey, Alex is in. Alex says, I want to do it, John. And he says, we'll have a stout.
Okay.
So,
he's well.
Sunday, if you want to do Sunday 10:30, then go for it. And then if you want to do another one later in the afternoon, y'all do stout Sundays galore.
No, I'll probably just do either a taste challenge or I'll do an infusion. Because people still ask me about that. When's the next Sunday infusion? I didn't think Infusion Sunday was like anything important. I just thought it was some like knockoff thing. I got people ask me all the time, what's going on with Infusion Sunday?
Yeah, what happened to it?
I created a Frankenstein monster,
You did, yeah.
It sounds like something you want to have on a spur of the moment basis versus doing it every week.
Oh, but man, people went wild for that,
Oh, one more plug before we go off air here. Bumpy is doing his Multi Monday tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. The beer style is Scotch ales. So
It's sad. I could join that and get a Scotch ale that quick, but I can't join because I got something to do. Golly.
Monday's not a good day for me either. Like I'm usually busy on Monday.
I just worry that Bumpy's thinking like I'm trying to blow him off, like I don't care about his hangout. But
no, he doesn't think that.
But it isn't so. It isn't true.
Has Trish been on one of Bumpy's multi Mondays yet or not?
No,
I don't think so.
She's busy on Monday too.
A lot of people are busy. Monday is just kind of yeah.
She got
children. I try to join. Yeah. Anyway, well, I think I will join tomorrow night because Scotch ale. I can go get some Founder's Dirty Bastard at Kroger. That's easy to.
That's the one I was gonna bring.
Yeah. So
Joe Biden says he's infusing his beer with antibiotics.
That's a good choice.
All right. Well, we've been going almost an hour here. We'll go ahead and wrap up this Stout Sunday. Thanks to everybody in the chat for watching. We appreciate you dealing with the daylight savings and getting up and tuning in. Thanks to Jeremy Vinson, Michael Kormaroff, Ronald Terrio, The Riot, and we will see you all on the next one, wherever that may be. Apparently, Alex will do one next Sunday, 10:30, and then there might be an evening edition or afternoon edition. I don't know.
Hey, I'll do one too. We'll just do it all day.
Jeremy can do one. Michael Kormaroff might start a channel and do a Stout Sunday on his channel for all we know.
We're gonna make
it's up in the air.
We'll call it Incessant Stout Sunday.
Right. All right. Well, hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, and we'll see you all on the next one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers out.